Today we're diving into one of the biggest and maybe most challenging ideas in Buddhist philosophy, impartiality. And believe it or not, we're going to unpack it using something super simple, something we've all seen, a rain shower. So let's get right into it. Okay, so our journey starts with this, wow, this declaration from the Buddha. He says, "I see all living beings equally. I transcend love and hatred." Just take a second and really let that sink in. No picking favorites. No this one or that one. I mean, that is a really, really radical idea when you stop and think about it.
And right away, you're probably thinking, wait, what? How is that even possible, right? I mean, aren't love and hate just part of being human? So what does it actually mean to transcend them? Well, that's exactly what we're going to try to figure out.
So first up, a radical declaration. Now let's just take a moment to appreciate how wild this idea is. Seriously, think about your own life. Our whole world is built on preferences, right? We have our favorite people, our best friends, and then there are the people we, try to avoid. This statement from the Buddha, it basically challenges that entire system.
Now, thankfully, the Buddha doesn't just drop this mind-bending idea on us and walk away. Nope. To help us get our heads around it, he gives us this beautiful, simple metaphor, and it's something every single one of us can relate to.
The great rain shower. He says this impartial view, it's like a big rain shower. It's such a brilliant way to picture something that can feel so abstract, So let's really dive into this metaphor.
Okay, so picture it. A huge pouring rainstorm. Does the rain stop and check which plants are good or worthy? Does it go, "Oh, you're a pretty rose, you get water, but you're just a weed, so none for you"? No way. It just falls. It falls on everything. It nourishes the giant, resilient oak, the beautiful, fragrant rose, the prickly cactus, and, yeah, even that annoying weed in your garden. The rain just gives to everything, no questions asked. And this right here, this is the core of the whole thing. Look at the two sides. The rain's logic is so simple. It sees thirst, it gives water. That's it. But our logic, we're all about differences. We look at the garden and we go, that's a flower, that's a weed. We water one and pull the other. What the Buddha is asking us to do is to try and see the world with the rain's logic, not ours.
Beyond love and hate. Okay, so that's a great metaphor. But how do we actually bring that into our own messy human lives? What does it really mean to go beyond our everyday feelings of love and hate?
Well, the main hurdle, the big thing we're up against, is something called partiality. It's just our natural, almost automatic tendency to treat people differently based on how we feel about them. We're nicer to people we like, we avoid people we don't. It's kind of like the default setting for being human.
And this next point is absolutely crucial. The lesson here is not to become some kind of unfeeling robot. It's not about trying to erase your feelings. That's impossible. The real challenge is to act with a fundamental respect for everyone, no matter how you feel about them. Because think about it, when our happiness depends on who we like and dislike, we're just on a constant emotional roller coaster. This practice is all about finding a more stable, peaceful place to stand.
So, a universal wish. If we're not supposed to get rid of our feelings, then what are we supposed to do? Well, it's about cultivating something deeper, something more stable, a universal wish for everyone to be okay. But that sounds pretty big, right? So how do we actually do it?
Okay, so here's a practical path, broken down into 3 steps. Step 1 is super simple. Just recognize your feelings. Don't judge them, just notice them. It's totally okay to think, wow, I really like this person, or, ugh, that person drives me nuts. Step 2 is the big move. You act with respect anyway. Your goodwill, your basic kindness doesn't have to be tied to those feelings. And then step 3, you actively work on it. You cultivate that wish for well-being, and you start to extend it consciously beyond your inner circle to everyone.
And this quote just nails it. It brings the whole thing home. It's not about forcing yourself to like everybody. That's not the goal. It's about making a conscious choice to respect everybody. Listen to this again. Our respect for them cannot depend on whatever personal feelings we have towards them. That one sentence, that's the whole practice right there.
It's super easy to be compassionate to our friends, to our family, to the people we love. But what about everyone else? What about that neighbor who's always making noise? Or that coworker who just gets on your last nerve? Or just a random stranger on the street? So I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on. If your compassion was like the rain, who would it fall on today?